Hello all and welcome to Great Deltan. This video is a update for the month of December, and I'm not sure whether I'll get another video to you by the new year. I'll explain why later on, but for now this is just an update of the work I've done over November and the beginning of December. First things first, I've done a little bit of work to the shed. We've got this new LED light in here and I've replaced the starter in the fluorescent, so we're a bit more well lit now. This evening I've just got one of my 350s running around the track, and I've only got the one track running, and I'll explain why in a sec. For those of you who watched my video of my Wally purchases, that has been the majority of where the work has gone, and at the minute I'm currently doing a lot of work on the track. I've realised to myself that I probably rushed a fair bit ahead with the scenery without getting the basics right, really, so really just making sure the track works fine. So at the minute only the outer track is running because that's all that's functioning really. We've got a bit of a connection issue inside the tunnel, and it's causing the trains to stall inside, so what I've done is I've ordered a track cleaner from Gauge Master. Hopefully that'll be here soon. Run that round the track a few times and it'll be nice and clean. Another thing I'm also doing is the addition of this bus wire. I was hoping that the connections would be suitable and sufficient enough to carry the current around the tracks, but it's not. I'm getting quite a few jumps and eventually they probably will deteriorate and I'll lose connection altogether. So what I'm doing is adding as many sets of droppers as I can and then just connecting it all to this central bus wire. Hopefully that'll solve a lot of issues, a bit smoother running. Sorry if there's a thumping on the shed, that's just my cat on the roof. So without much anything else about the track, let's get on with what's been going on the layout. Over here I've started laying a lot of the platform edges, and that's pretty much all of them done now. And then I've started filling in the platform with some polyfiller. This is really an experimental method, I'm not sure if it's going to be final. As you can see there's a little bit of cracking there. I don't know if that's from expansion or it's just from the platform edges wobbling. But that's not quite dry yet, so I'll see how it dries and then sand it down, add another layer, see how that goes. There's the other 350. And there's my other Wally purchase, the Class 70 with the hopper wagons, all by Freightliner. That's by Graham Farish, and these are from Dapple. For £21, I think they're quite detailed, to be honest. Get a lot on them, and they're good heavy weight as well, so nice smooth running. So yeah, that's the station area. Nice curved platform edges. I've made that last platform over there long enough to accommodate a 9-coach HST or a 12-car, an 8-car 350. Over here I've finally laid the last piece of track for the branch line, so that's now all complete and that'll soon be ballasted. As you can tell, another dropper there. I've got a few more droppers to add. I'm going to have one there, probably put those sidings, give them sidings some more power, and then a couple for the station as well. Right, now to the main scope of the work, which has been on this area over here. The small village scene is nearly finished now. What I've done is, well, all the static grass has been put all over really. So I've done a lot of the grass. I need to do a lot of bushes to cover the tunnels and the surface of the earth there, so that one needs doing. But I've done a fair bit of it already. A lot of the bushes and trees have been put in. All the kites, lights, cars have been put around and spread. I've done all the road details. Station's got a lot more now. We've got the telephone box and passengers. Terrace houses were as they were. I'll have to put some more scenery around here, but I'm just trying to do it section by section, so that's sort of the cut-off point at the minute. So that's fairly detailed and quite complete now. Moving around, a lot of this has just been the scenery really. I do need to get back onto doing some road markings for the warehouse scene. It's just all been grass and bushes really. as I've got my static grass applicator, I've been able to get on a fair bit with this. So that's the rest of the layout. Nice and grassy. Please excuse me for a sec while I put the cat inside. I think that's what she's trying to tell me. Right, the cat's nice and warm now, so I shall continue. The farm area is starting to take shape finally. I've done a lot of the, well, most of the scenery around it. It just needs adding with some trees and some bushes. And then I've done the farm surface as well, which I'll probably go over with another layer because that's quite thin. You can see the baseboard through there. And most of the buildings are in place as well now. I'll have a tractor shed, probably a little pig pen, some animals and a few little details in there to make it finished. Other than that, it's just mainly been scenery. So yeah, the next steps in the layout will be obviously finishing the track work. I need to do all the droppers, make sure that the track is clean and it's got a good connection throughout so the trains will actually run, otherwise what's the point. And then I should be finishing this area. Farm section and all the hillside and everything does need some bushes and trees. Once that's done, it will be road marking in the warehouse, a few more little details down there. I've got quite a few bits to go down there, forklift and pallets and odd bits. And then it will be, I'll either be moving around to this section, or I'll probably take a shortcut and go straight to this section, and as I've started it already, and then finish in the middle. What you'll see up here will be a raised station building coming down to the platforms, with a small pickup area in front with a raised bridge which will then travel all the way down to the route over and to that corner which is full of my crap at the minute. That'll either be a little town scene or countryside yet, probably town to fit in with the setting of the station. And then between that bridge and the railway station will be a station car park probably. Keep it nice and simple. Still undecided about what's going to go in this big patch here, but I know we're going to have an EMU yard there, might have a little engine shed, and then just a basic sort of TMD railway area. Another little job which will have to be done is just making sure that the trains run okay all the way up to the branch line station, and then that can be put into use then. Can actually run some trains up and down there. One last little thing that I have done is, although it may not seem like it, I have actually had a major tidy up in here. There was just stuff everywhere and it was getting difficult to work, so had a bit of a clear out, tried to organise all of the work stuff to that corner for now. I'm not really sure where I'll put it once I actually start working in that area. Might have to empty out some of these drawers and try and put a lot of it in there. But it was just getting a bit cluttered really and out of control, so I have had a bit of a tidy. And now is looking quite a bit better, although it may not look like it there. So yeah, that is the layout update for November. I'm not sure whether or not I will get another video to you by the end of New Year, because I'm due to have a child, and then from January we have to be off site for 3 weeks due to the being a holiday park, so I might not be able to get another video until February. But thought I'd leave you with that for now. I might have a mid-December running session once my track cleaning car comes in and I finish all the track work, and then I can run some of the stock from the from Worley and just get all the trains on at once and have a big running session. But other than that, I'll see you at the next layout update or one of the next jobs I do. So I shall leave you now with some running shots and some pictures of the 350 and the parts I've finished of the layout.